Okay, so till now we have seen the list set now. Okay. Today we are going to discuss the DMLs SOQL, mostly the basics of this. Okay. What is DML? Okay. DML means data modification language commands, or we can say the data manipulation commands, that's whatever it is. So DML means operating with the data, means insert operation, update operation, delete, undelete. Okay, so DMLs are insert, these are the major, and the combination of insert and update is called as upset. Okay, so you have already seen that upset means if you have ID, it will be updated. If you don't have ID for the record, then it will be inserted. Right? So let's see how these commands we have to use in the Apex code. Okay. The first thing is DML operation should be done single S object, let's say single record, or list of records only. If you want to perform insert operation or update or delete or undelete, whatever it is, you have to perform on single record or list of records only. Okay, so set and map cannot be used for DMLs. Only list should be used for DML. Okay. Let's see how can we create the records on some of the objects. Okay, so now these are the objects we have. Let's see the first object, whatever it is. Let's say university. Okay, whenever you wanted to create a university, you are going to this tab and you are clicking on new button, then entering the details, clicking on save, right, like here. So first you need to select the record type, then you have to give the values, then simply you can insert the record. Right, now the same way, how can we do the same through the Apex? Okay, first thing, let's go to the developer console. Okay, very much important point, each and every Salesforce object, whether it may be standard object or it may be custom object, whatever the object is, it will be treated as Apex class. Will be treated as Apex class. So we know that how to create an object for a class, right? Class name, then object name equals to new keyword, then constructor. It may be parameterized constructor or it may be default constructor. However you want, you can do this. Okay. So first thing, insert operation, how to do this? Okay. Syntax is insert keyword. Insert means it should be same. It's not required to be capital letter. I should be whatever it is, small letter or capital letter. Insert, then record or list of records. The same way, insert, then update, record or list of records. Then even delete. Then undelete also. Same syntax. There is no difference. So insert, update, delete, and then even for upset also. Same thing. This is the syntax. And for insert, update, delete, these are the syntaxes for DML. And the same way, what you can do is another way. Have one class which is already predefined and it is part of the Salesforce package, that is called database. Dot insert operation. So this should be list of records. Database dot insert or update or delete or undelete. Whatever it is. You need to pass list of records. Okay. So then what is the difference between this one and this one? Okay, the thing is, when you use this kind of way to insert or update a record, if there is one record fail, let's say if you are inserting 100 records and one record got failed, the entire transaction will be failed. Okay, you will not know what is failed and what is success. Okay, the partial commitment is not possible through the using these kind of labels. Okay, so if you use database dot then operation, then partial commitment is allowed, and you can know that what is failed, what is success. Okay, it returns, it doesn't return anything. Insert, update, delete, undelete, upset, it doesn't return anything. But database dot insert or database dot update or database dot delete, database dot undelete, whatever it is, it returns some result. Means the, if it is save, insert, save result. Okay, delete result, update results, what, how it will be, and when, what, whether it is succeeded or it is failed, it will show the result. Okay, we'll see both ways. First, let's see how to create record and then how to do this. So in Salesforce, we have objects. For creating records, we have to use the object name. Then you know that object API name. There is, when we were discussing about the standard objects and custom objects, we have differentiated that whenever the object API name ends with double_c, then we will treat that as a custom object, right? So the same way, let's say university. For the university, what are the fields are required? First thing, university name, then department, right? So if you want, you can give status and group also, right? Let's see how to do that. First, university. Then if you want to know what is the API name or what are the fields we have on a university, what you can say is university. File, then open resource. Okay, so if you click on open resource, then you can type here, this is the API name, university _c. We have different fields, ID, owner ID is deleted, then name, then you have university number, department, groups, description, then number of students, status, then total student fee. This is currency, but it is roll up summary fee. right? So you cannot set the value for roll number summary pay. Now let's see how to use this. University underscore c u equals to new university underscore c. So we have an object. Then we need to set the values to those fields first, right? Here, each and every field is a variable for the class. Okay. So we know that how to set a value for instance variables. U dot test university first one. U dot. Then what is required? Name department. That's equal to department arts. Okay. Then again, U dot whatever you want, groups, right? Here groups. Then so description, if you want you can give status. U dot status the underscore c equals to it is true or false, right? Then I have already told you that the syntax of the DML operation. First you need to write insert, then record or list of records. Okay. Now let's see. This is one record only. So what you can do is insert. Okay. So this is how you have to use. This is the wave one. Okay. Then simply execute this. Test university. Okay. So this has been created with odds become status is active. Okay. First thing, what you have to do, you have to create an object for the object. So the each and every object will be treated as the one apex class. So you have to create the object, set the values to the fields, then finally this is the method one. And this is what we have learned when we were discussing apex class. We have learned that it's the default constructor, right? So how can we use the parameterized constructor inside the object? Okay. So there will be a slight difference between the apex constructor and s object constructor. Okay. Thing is, this is method two. Simple. The same way, whatever you want to do. Here, what you can do is, however you are giving the key value base, right? Name equals to value. Then you department equals to value. That's how you are giving. Simple, what you can do is copy this, name equals to means field equals to value. Again, see this, department equals to, that should be comma separated. Okay. Here usually when we were discussing the constructor, parameterized constructor in apex class, we just need to pass the values. But here when you are creating the record for s object, you have to give field equals to value, not only value. So this is department, then you have Okay. Now as we have already set values, we don't need this. Simple. So this is just university 2. Now let's execute the same lines. Here let's go to universities. How you have to create the record, and this is just like short way. And another way is the same way. If you want to just insert, you don't need any variable, then you can go for method. This is just like copy everything. Like you are doing the DML operation for this variable. This variable, or let's say this record, is came from this constructor. So directly what you are doing is, let's do the DML operation. Give the constructor and perform the DML. So simply what will happen is record will be created. Say this test university 3. Okay. So this is how you have to perform the DML operations for each and every record. And for each and every object also, you have to careful while giving the lookup fields. Lookup fields, you should give the ID only, right? We have already seen that, right? Now let's see how to create the more than one record. Okay, more than one record. If you want to insert or update or delete, what you need to do is you have to store them, or you have to add them to the collection that's called list, only to the list. Okay, not to the set or map. Here just go to list of, then data type should be the whatever the subject you are going to do the performance, that universities, new list of university. Let's say for me I need 10 universities to be created, then what you can do is for integer I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. So you have to add into the universities, right? Add off. So what you can do, first thing you can use like this. First you have to create the record, and then finally you can add the university to this list. This is one way, but you are just not doing anything else, only you are adding to this. So what you can do is you can just simply use this and use this, because this university is in here only. So what you can do is university. I'm just giving university 1, university 2, something like this. So here my university 1 my university 2 till 10 that will be created. Once this is completely done, you have to perform the DML operation on this, like then simply you need to perform the DML operations. Okay, simple, just this is how you have to create the multiple records. So now if there are any mistakes, or say let's say that if you give invalid or null for restricted pick list, means whenever you are creating a pick list field, there will be a checkbox called restrict the values. If you check that checkbox, and when you are giving the value which is not in the pick list, then if you are trying to perform the DML operation, it will give this error, invalid or null for restricted pick list. That is the restricted pick list. You cannot give whatever the value you want, but the value whatever it is there in the list, then the values are only accepted. Okay, so that is the difference. Now you have to perform the DML operation on list. Now let's see what happens if you, and let's say if, so here I'm not doing anything, just adding some valid records and some invalid records. So 5 valid records, 5 invalid records, because so whenever the mod equals 0, then I'm just adding a valid record. If it is not 0, invalid record. Now let's see, when you add like this, execute, so this will give this the error, because at least one record is having the value, and it shows that first exception on row 0, because let's say if you give not equals to 0, so everything will be failed, there will be no success records. Using insert operation, what you can use is the same functionality, insertion only. So here insert means there are two kind of insert. Let's say lot of things are there. Insert DML options, insert for the all or nothing, insert of S object, insert of S object records. So we have lot of other things. Okay, so here mostly the thing is all or nothing. Okay, all or nothing means DML options are used for the leads and cases to run the assignment rules externally. Okay, so when you were discussing about the leads and case assignment rules, we have already told that there will be a checkbox assigned using the active assignment rule. So even if you don't check the checkbox, if you want to run the assignment rules, then the DML options are very useful. Okay, so note down your point how to run the assignment rules through the Apex. You have to go through the code. Apex code. Okay, now insert of, here we are going to take the third option, insert of the subjects as well as all or nothing. Okay, here all or nothing here, so you need to pass a subjects list of a subject, so list should be passed here, then all or nothing. All or nothing means if you give all or nothing true, then if everything is true, means if everything is success, all universities are inserted without any issue, then the records will be inserted. If any one failed, then it will be returned. No record will be inserted. See here, invalid big list, and no records are inserted. Okay, so for your understanding, let me delete all universities created today. If you want to delete the records, you can delete from here. You can use, okay, here, just refresh, no records. Okay, now let's go here. So there will be no record inserted. Okay, this is common. So if you give true or this one false, means all or nothing false, means if there are some records also for success, then it should be inserted. Okay, you use this, and it didn't give any error because there are some success records. Okay, now here if you observe that how many records are inserted, 5, and remaining 5 are not valid, that's why it is ignored. Okay, now that is the difference between insert and database dot insert. Okay, so now let's see, let me delete this. What database dot insert will return? Okay, it return dot save result. Okay, save result is database dot save result. So if you want, you can go to the and you can find the files, how it works and everything. Here, so if you want to convert the lead, you can use count queries, delete the records, then delete list of records, then here empty recycle bin. If you want to remove the records from recycle bin also, you can give insert operations, delete operations, update, merge, query, okay, set save point. So lot of other methods are already there. Okay, so and database dot save results. Okay, here this database.save result is also a class. Okay, it will be having its own methods. Errors, get ID, is success. Okay, if it is success, it will give true. If it is not success, it will give fail. If it is fail, it will give the errors also. Okay, and then here get ID. If the record is success, then it will give the ID also. If it is failed, there will be no ID, right? So when the record is created, there will be ID. See this, let's have, this is actually, if you see this is list, that's it. You can declare the array. This is array, you can use for this is how you have used yesterday the list, right, to iterate the for loop. You can use like this. Now here, if result dot is success, I'm not using the different ways. Say this, whatever the save result method is having is success. Okay, so it returns true if the DML operation was successful. Okay, here use this success. Then get if fail, else. So here I'm giving fail, then get errors. Okay. If you use a get error, it will return like this. This is also class. Okay, so from that you can use get message, errors of 0. Now just execute this. First record has been failed. The exception is bad value for restricted big list. Okay, and then second value is second record has been created, and then ID is this. Third failed, again it's success. Fail, success, fail, success. Okay, so if you want to observe, or if you want to know that whether a record is failed or success from the list of records, then you can use these things. Okay, now let's see how the upset operation should be done. Okay, so I'm adding all the universities, 5 universities. Performing the insert, sorry, for update and delete operations, you should have ID, right? So let me add like this, 5 records, 5 records you have to add because ID is required. Then let's take this ID, first one, give the ID as, and second. Now here, so let's give something, I'm not going to change anything else, not defined. So let's remove this. Now, so 2 records are invalid. This one, 2, and remaining 3 should be true. So first, before running this code, let's go and see the database class. This is the way of checking the reference. Database class. So here, for update, you have the class 4. Okay, so update of records. So this class return the same results. Okay, database dot save results, and if you want to see whether it is static method or here, you can say it's a static method. Okay, so database dot update, we have to pass the list of records, all or none, then it returns the database dot save results. It's a static method. Then you can understand how to write it. simply execute. Go here and try to refresh the grid and see the log. Oh, sorry. It will give the error. So if you want to see the error, it has given cannot specify ID for the insert call. So we have mentioned ID, but still we are doing the insert operation. So it's failed. Okay, so here this would be success and some records will be saved. So and then remaining will be success. Okay, so this is how you have to do the insert and update operation. Okay, here say this. Okay, the same way you just practice for the delete and undelete. For delete you just need a record ID, you don't need any other. Okay, so here let me, for this, here you have another thing called delete. Sorry. See here, delete records to delete and it returns delete database dot delete result. Okay, be careful. So here it gives the database dot delete result. For insert and update, save result. For delete result. Okay, for the delete results, it will be having the methods like get error, get ID, is success. That's it. Same methods. Okay. Delete, and then here delete results. Okay, remaining everything is same. Just now these records will be deleted. Success I. So there will be no records here. Okay, and that's how you have to perform the DML operation. You just use the undelete also. There will be undelete result. Okay, but the methods are same. Get ID and then success or failure. Okay, so that's about the DML operations, how we can perform the record. So you can directly use insert or let's say delete of universities or database dot delete of universities. Okay, you should understand the difference between insert and database insert, update and database update like this. Okay, so if you perform the DML operations like insert, update, delete and delete, then you can't say so whether it is what is success, what is fail, you can't track this. Okay, for that what you can do is database dot insert or update, whatever you perform, that will give the result whether the record is success or failure, what happened, so what is the error, you can get it. Okay, so this is the best way to use database dot insert and database dot update. Instead of using the insert operation directly, you can use database dot insert, database dot update. So these are all static methods. Okay, so if you want, we can just go and refer the classes and everything methods. Okay, so now SOQL. So just now what we have done, we have created the records, updated the records, deleted the records, right? Now how can you uh, query the records? If you want to get the records from database, what should be used? Okay, that is SOQL, Salesforce Object Query Language. Performing SOQL query, I am inserting 50 records. So 50 records are there. Now let's discuss the SOQ. So do you have any questions on this DML? Okay, now here SOQL. So there is two things, SOQL and SOSL. Okay, today let's say the SOQL. Okay, SOQL means Salesforce Object Query Language. There will be a specific syntax for the SOQL query. Okay, that will be select keyword should be used, then field 1, any number of fields, field n, from keyword. This is very simple and basic SOQL query. Okay, so what are the fields you want, you just give, and so select field 1, field 2, field 3, whatever the fields you need, space, from, then object name, that's it. This is very simple SOQL query. Okay, so how to do that? Let's write a very simple SOQL query. Here, to perform the SOQL queries, what you can say, I want to perform the SOQL query on specific object. You don't know what are the fields you have on the object. You can go to the developer console, open the object and see the fields. Then simply keep control, then select all the fields, what are the fields you need. See this, these are selected. Now simply click on query. Then the SOQL query will be automatically formatted from the selected fields. Okay, just click on execute. Now SOQL query means Salesforce Object Query Language. SOQL means it returns the records from single object. You can write the SOQL query on single object at a time. Okay, so the things are different. So let's say two things are very much important. So in SOQL there will be relationships, right, master detail lookup relationships will be there, that's called relationship. How can we query the parent and child fields from single query? Okay, so if I want to get the university along with students, how can I get it? From the student I need to get the university information, how can I get it? Okay, so this is very much important. So three types of SOQs. One is query on, query will be on single object always. Means if you want to get the query, if you want to retrieve the records from this one object, then you can say that single object, that's it. Query the parent fields, then query the child records. While you are learning trigger, this is very very important ones. Prashant, listen carefully, later you can do it. Okay, so querying the same object records, querying the parent fields, querying the child records, how can we do it? Okay, so first thing, query on the same record, like very simple SOQL query, however you have written, select the fields from object. Okay, now here, how can we query the parent fields? Okay, parent field means, let's say I have the student, let's create a student, simple student. Now the student record is there. From student to I need to get the parent values also in SOQL query. Careful, in SOQL query. Okay. So for that the syntax is, so this is very simple syntax like select is from object. Second thing, second one is query the parent fields. What you need to do, select, okay, fields, that is common. Again, relationship field, relationship field dot parent field. You can give from object. Okay. So this is for standard fields. For custom fields, you have to give double underscore r. Okay, you know that what is standard field and custom field, which ends double underscore with c, that's custom field. What you have to do is, instead of double underscore c, you just need to give r double underscore r dot parent field. Okay, let's see how it goes. Very simple, you can have the both ways. So what I need to do is id, name, university, created by id. So this university, if you run the query, just give id. See this university vid. So university is the custom field because it ends with double underscore c. When you want to get the parent, what you need to do is double underscore c. Instead of double underscore c, just give double underscore r dot name field will be there on university. Now the parent field name will be displayed here. Just execute this. So if I want to get another field from the university, what you can do, just simply use this. Then, so what is the another field you have? Don't get confused. Relationship field only should have double underscore r, but the parent field value as it is. Okay, just execute. This is how you have to get the parent values from the child. Okay, now how can you get the children from the parent? Means when you are querying the university, you have to get the students also. How can you do this? That, if you want to note down, just note down this. So when we were performing the DML operations, we have created some records using the list. So this list, we have already discussed that the list size should not be greater than 10,000 when we are performing the DML operation, right? So if you give like here, instead of 50, if you give 10,000 plus 1 or something, okay, 10,001 something. throw the error because the maximum number of records are 10,000. Okay, so you try this, it takes some time for insertion operation. Okay, so you try that. Okay, so how can we get the child records from the parent? Okay, here write down syntax first. Here select fields means from the same object. Okay, then it should be in the bracket. Okay, select here child fields from relationship name. This is very much important. Okay, here simple, let me show the, you can write syntax later after you understand that. Okay, so first thing, you have contact and account. Okay, so let's say very simple example for this child to parent. Select id from a name from contact, and here I'm giving account. It has given account id. This it's actually the standard object and standard fields. So if you want to get standard fields, and from the standard field if you want to get the parent value, you can use field name dot value name, the field name dot parent field value. This is how you have to get it. Okay, this is from child to parent. Now how can we get from account? You have to get the context. Okay, so simple, select id comma name from account. When you execute like this, it will just give the account and its name, account id and name only. It doesn't give any context. Okay, so to get the context, there should be inner query. Okay, after any field just give comma. After that, inner query means it's also SOQL query. Okay, now here use select id from contacts, not contact, contacts, because it is standard object and standard object, both are standard objects only. Okay, so there is already specified relationship name. Okay, when you execute like this for this account, and these are the contacts we have. Okay, so if you see this account doesn't have any contact, this account is having this many contacts. Okay, so here usually SOQL query returns list of records. Okay, so you know that list of records. Then again in the list again we have another list. SOQL means the list of records. That's it. So execute this. Now, if you see that, okay, I will show that later. So this is how you have to query the child relationship. Now we'll see how to query the parent and child for custom objects. This is for standard objects. How can we do it for custom objects? If you want to note down this query, let's see how to write for custom objects. Now go to the student object. Sorry, not to the go to the student object. Go to the fields. The fields, where is the university? Okay, go to this university. Here, as this is custom object, okay, you will be having child relationship name. This is child relationship name. students. Okay, this is also the custom field. This is custom field. So what you have to do is very simple. Write first from university underscore c. Just execute. It's just give name and then ID. Okay. Here, comma, inner query should be used like this. Select name from students. And now as it is custom objects, you need to give double underscore r. Double underscore r. Double underscore r means relationship. That is child relationship. Okay. So here, so in both ways, for accessing parent from child, you have to use double underscore r. For accessing from parent to child also, you need to give double underscore r. But there is difference between double underscore r, right? Here, just execute. These records are not having, but this record is having. How many records we have? We are querying only id comma name, right? It's giving this field only. If you want to query another field also, let's say student underscore email double underscore c. Just execute. It will give the email field also. What are the fields you need? Okay, so here this is how you have to write the SOQL query for accessing parent to children. Okay, do you have any questions on this? Just note down this. Just note on this. So tomorrow we will see the filtering conditions and group by having how to perform the aggregate functions in SOQL queries.